How's it going, everybody, and welcome to Valheim. So I've been wanting to make some videos on Valheim for a little while. I've been super enjoying playing this game, but I've pretty much just been building for the last like 70 hours. So I just wanted today to kind of go over some basics of building that I've learned sort of over those 70 hours, and maybe in another episode or something we'll go over some more advanced techniques. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing you want to be doing is building a hammer. You wouldn't normally have all this stuff, but it's just because I'm in creative that it's all there. So once you've got that, it's the most important tool in this game. You literally build everything with it, so you're going to need one. So once you've got down a workbench, you can pretty much see that there's this kind of white circle around the entire thing. That's your building area for this particular workbench. So if there should be enough space for like a small build or something, but for instance, if you wanted to build something a little bit bigger, you could kind of start to overlap these. So let's just chuck another one down here, and then go back to one of these poles. You can see that I'm in these two circles, so you could now build all across here. Right up down to there. So you can stack them however you need to for the size of the area that you want to do. So the next super useful tool that you want to be looking for is the hoe, and I'll explain why. So using this, got the birdie boy. See what he has to say. It won't let me. Cool. Right. So basically, this has a few options. You can level the ground, you can raise the ground, and you can make paths. So the level ground is nice to make sort of a foundation-y area. And how this works is that the ground will try to level to where you are standing. So, for instance, I stand here and click there, it'll start bringing that area up, as you can see. Whereas if I do it over here, it'll start bringing it kind of down towards where I am. So to make this work in your favor, you pretty much just want to, a little bit lag there, just want to find like a nice-ish flat area and kind of work it out like that. If you start messing it up a little bit too much, or bits kind of bump out the way you don't want them to, you can always use a pickaxe to sort of deal with that, but at the start you won't have one of those, so just wherever you stood is where it'll try to level out to. Alright, so now we've got kind of a bit of flat land here to work with. The next thing you really want to be paying attention to is the kind of strength of the structure. So as you can see, when I hover over that, it's blue, so which means it's kind of a foundation. It's on the floor. It's as stable as it's ever going to be. That didn't place quite how I wanted it to. Whereas this one, it's green. It's basically that's showing that it's kind of strong in its structure. It's not just gonna fall apart. Whereas if I start just coming out further and further, you can see it's turned orange. Now it's turned red. So this next one should probably just break off. There we go. So you need to be paying attention to that when you are building. So if I place this here, that becomes green all of a sudden, as it's a stronger foundation. So these are as strong as they're going to be, and obviously these blue ones, they're the foundations. They're stuck to the ground, so they're not going anywhere. Alright, so I built this little shack just to kind of demonstrate something. So normally, to be able to sleep and stuff, you need a fire nearby. So most people just build one outside, but the problem with that is when it rains or storms, that's going to get put out, and you're not going to be able to sleep. So what you can do is, you can just build a little campfire inside. You've got to get rid of the floor though, because it won't let you build on the actual floor. I think you can actually put floor down afterwards, but I don't know how good that looks. Yeah. Anyway, but you also need a gap in the roof, otherwise you're gonna have a bad day, because when it rains, it's still going to get put out. So what you can do is here, if you just, obviously, you wouldn't do this flying, but if you just build like a little thing. Oops, going a little bit fast. It's not going to let me place that there, is it? Ah, there we go. So we just build something like, oh, like that, just to cover it. You can make it look as pretty as you want it, but that should just let the smoke out, and then the house won't fill with smoke, and you won't die. So it's always a good thing. All right, so the next thing I want to show you is the amount of storage that you can place in a house. So normally when you've got chests down on the floor, if we try to build one on top of it, you can't stack them. So what I've done with this wall is I've built it with half walls, and if I place a couple of these down here, and then basically just use a little floor where they clip onto it. I don't think that one's quite where I want that. You should be able to place a chest on top. So then in the same space, you've got the chest there, and the chest there. Whereas over here, you've only got the one. So you can double up your chest storage, which is really good early game, especially for like when you've just got a small little house with not a lot in it. So yeah, that should be able to give you a bit more room to put everything in. Alright, so for the last couple of things, they kind of go hand in hand with each other, so but when you have got your build, I mean this is obviously pretty trash, but once you've made something that you're happy with, but you want to take a screenshot for friends or whatever, if you just do Control F3, it'll get rid of the HUD. So you can do like a nice little screenshot with no HUD on, which is nice. But also, if you press F5, you can see I've obviously done a load of stuff already, but if you put in I'm a cheater, like I'm a cheater, that will turn cheats on, essentially. And then you do free fly, and you get this cool little pre-toggled like free cam, I guess. So you can get nice angles, you can go wherever you want. And I think, if I can remember what it's called, what is the cheat? It's, you do FF smooth, and I think it's 1. Ooh, it does like a nice steady camera motion rather than, oh, it's a little bit difficult to control. And instead of it being sort of all janky and stuff, you can do like a nice cool little swoosh. So yeah, if you wanted to do like kind of own videos or whatever, that's it's always an option too. Alright, well I think that'll do for today's episode. So I think in the future I'm going to maybe do some actual builds instead of just this trash. This was just sort of something to explain. Maybe go a bit more advanced and stuff, and some techniques and stuff. I've pretty much just been building for the last like 78 hours that I've been playing this game, so but I've also got a like a proper playthrough coming. I've started that off, so yeah, hopefully people will want to watch that. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Like it if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, and I'll catch you in the next one.